Thank you for coming to hang out with me today. Let's go. Bye-bye. So, thank you for coming to hang out with me again today. I am coming back at you with my round 2 video for my Valentine's Day theme. Again, you know, Valentine's Day is just one of those days. Some people love it, some people hate it. But I think we can all agree on one thing. The candy and the goodies and the treats are amazing. So, I am coming at you today with, I think, 4 different goodies that are super easy to make, which is a handful of ingredients. And honestly, you could probably do like anything with this concept. Yeah, like you could pretty much dip anything in chocolate and you're gonna have pretty happy people. So, we are going to make chocolate dipped pretzels. We're gonna make chocolate dipped Oreos and chocolate dipped marshmallows, and I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can package those up and give them away. So this is actually kind of a treats part gifts, and I hope you guys like the video. And so let's just go. Okay guys, so today we're going to be making these Cupid's arrows. We're going to need Big Red and the pink extra bubblegum, chocolate candy hearts, paper, I chose red and gold, a dowel stick, scissors, glue, tape. Glue or tape is optional. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your dowel rod and you're going to basically just cut it to the length you would like your arrow to be. I basically just scored mine, and then it was easy enough just to break in half. And then go ahead and measure it up with the rest of them and cut the rest of your dowel into different lengths if you choose, or all the same. I decided to do different ones just because it'd be cute. So then you're going to take your paper or whatever you're going to use. I used like cardstock paper because it was a little bit heftier. And I just cut a hole in the middle of it so that the dowel could stick through. And then I glued the 2 halves together, making sure to glue the stick in place. And then what you're going to do is just hold it there and make sure it stays shut. So then I'm going to do the same one to the other colored of paper I have. Again, just gluing it together and making sure it stays closed. So then you're going to take your candy hearts and you're going to tape it onto the other end of your arrow. And this is going to be the pointer part of it. And I found all of my candy at the dollar store. And they had the packs of gum too. Like there was like 5 of them for $1. So I thought that was a good deal. And then once you have both pieces in place, you're going to tape the gum into the center part. And I used, I think, 3 pieces going across and then 1 down. I just want to make sure it was really sturdy on there. And that's going to be the center of your arrow. And then you're going to go ahead and take the other end where the feather is supposed to be and cut it to make it look more like a feather. I just cut slits going up the sides and then a triangle in the back. And this is how I decided to shape my Big Red gum feathers. And of course you guys can do your feathers however you like to, but I thought it looked really cute like this. And then, so with the gold feathered ones, I'm going to use the conversation hearts that I got. They're again just chocolate wrapped, or they're chocolate wrapped in foil, but they look exactly like the little conversation hearts, which are super cute. And I know nobody likes them, but they're adorable. And so I used the pink extra for this, and I just cut a triangle out of the back too for the feather. And then I decided that these would make really good gifts, so I bought this red bucket at the dollar store as well. And I'm just tying a ribbon around it to make it look more Valentine's Day. And then I'm just going to put my arrows on the inside. And then to top everything off, I'm just going to dump whatever chocolate hearts I have left over into the center. And that way the arrows stay in better and it's more presentable. So here it looks as a gift. And then here's what the arrows look like just by themselves. And they would make really great Valentine's gifts for a class or, you know, for your friends. So for the chocolate treats, you're going to need Oreos, pretzels, and marshmallows, or whatever else you want to dip in chocolate. You're going to need candy melts. I went with white. You're going to need something to melt it in. A plate if you want to use for the sprinkles. And I picked up this container of sprinkles. They're Valentine's Day themed. And then you're also going to need parchment paper to line the tray so that you can lay down the wet chocolate on and so that it won't stick to anything. So I'm going to use my pretzels first, and I'm going to go ahead and twist that around in the chocolate, shaking off the excess, and then laying them flat onto the parchment paper again so that they don't stick to anything later. And those are the pretzels. So then I'm going to decorate them with the sprinkles while the chocolate is still wet. And then for the Oreos, I'm actually just dipping half of the Oreo into the chocolate and then again laying those down on the parchment paper. And you definitely want to make sure you shake off the excess so that it's not like a puddle of chocolate underneath your cookie. You can do the whole thing too, of course. I find it easier just to use like a lollipop stick or a fork inside the filling part, but again, I just wanted half of it, so that's what I went with. And then again, just using the Valentine's Day sprinkles to make them look all cute and Valentine's Day like. And then finally, I'm going to go ahead and do my marshmallows. I'm also dipping these only halfway into the chocolate and then decorating the bottom half with these sprinkles. And I found that it was easier to use a leftover dowel stuck into the marshmallow, and that way I wouldn't accidentally drop it into the chocolate, which happened more than I'd like to admit. And then it kept my hands clean and the marshmallow was easier to handle. And then when you're done, you're just going to arrange them nice and pretty on a tray. I got mine from Michael's. It came in a 2-pack for like $1. And it was really cute. And so, yeah, you just want to arrange them nice and cute. And that is the chocolate treat. Okay, and so for the Jell-O parfaits, you're going to need a red Jell-O, strawberries, and Cool Whip, and then again Valentine's Day sprinkles, and something to serve it with. So I started out by cutting my Jell-O into cubes or squares. That way it looked prettier in the glass, and it was easier to serve. I just followed the directions to the Jell-O, so I mean it's pretty easy. And then I just put them into these clear plastic tumblers so that you could see everything through the actual container, and that way they would look very pretty and very presentable. And as you can see, the cubed Jell-O just kind of sits in there really nicely. So then I got my strawberries, and I had already washed these, so don't worry. And then all I did was just slice them to fall on top. Kind of just like however you want to make them fall. You could cube these up, you can dice them up however you want to. I just like them in the slices. And I put about 2 or 3 strawberries on top of each. That is what fit. So very simple. And then you could get the spray can of Cool Whip or whipped cream. I just like the dollop. It's what I had. And then to top it all off, I put on the Valentine's Day sprinkles and kind of just finished it off like that. And that is your Jell-O parfait, actually. Cheers. And okay. So one way you could present all of these is in these awesome little mason jars. I got these at Michael's for $1 each. Mason jars are really popular, and I just painted on each mason jar with an oil-based Sharpie. They're the paint ones. And I didn't make mine permanent. That way I could wash them off if I wanted to later. But if you want to make them more permanent, you can stick them into an oven and bake it on there. And if you want the instructions for that, I can go ahead and put that in the down bar below. But I just put I love you on one of them. I put a heart outline on the next, and then I put you make me melt on the third. And I'm just going to decorate them using the same Valentine's Day ribbon that I had picked up before. And again, I went with red and gold because that was the theme I did this year. So in one of the jars, I'm just going to put in the chocolate dip pretzels that we made earlier. And that way, whoever gets this gift can just enjoy them like that. In the jar that says you make me melt, I'm actually going to make a hot chocolate kind of themed gift. Since Valentine's Day is still in the winter and I live in Colorado and it's still cold here during Valentine's Day, it'd be really nice to give somebody a nice thing of hot chocolate. And then you're going to use the marshmallows that we dipped in chocolate as a special treat and just put the lid on those. And then in the third jar, I'm just going to go ahead and put in the chocolate dipped Oreos as another little gift and give it away to one of my cookie lover friends. And so that's 3 different ways you could actually use our treats to give as gifts. And so here's everything that we have made all together. We have our Jello parfaits, our pretzels, our special marshmallow hot chocolate, our Oreos, and our Cupid's arrows all together. And as you can see, these make great party pieces, or send them to a classroom for Valentine's Day, or if you're having a Valentine's Day party, give them to your friends. How'd you guys like that? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? Did you get hungry? Are you gonna go out and make this now? If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe, hang out with me some more. We're going to do some cool stuff, do some fun stuff. We're going to learn a little bit more about my life, you know, just all the things our friends do. Become BFFs, hang out, all that good stuff. I hope you guys liked everything in the video. Do all that good stuff. Follow me on Twitter at KimberlyRose87. Follow me on Snapchat at Kiko_slice.
Ooh, UPS is here. Awesome sauce.
And I will see you guys next time. So, bye!